Guys, Greg here, and today this will be our first video on FH Anime. And I worked on this with Elite the Dragon, and you guys should go check his channel out. So this is going to be all the arcs of One Piece. And first off, we're going to start with East Blue. There's 6 arcs for East Blue: Raymond's Dawn, Orangetown, Syrup Village, Barity, Arlong Park, and Lobetown. So this is Goldie Roger, and so this is him before. This is his wanted poster. Okay, so Luffy's there with the red hair pirates at a bar, and then some guy comes and he with his mountain bandits. He's also a mountain bandit, and then they spill a drink on. They want to have a drink, but the bar ran out because there were a huge pirate crew. So the guy spills Shanks' drink on him and then leaves. But and he also flexes his 8 million belly bounty. And he got mad, and then Luffy gets mad at Shanks, and then he says, "You need to calm down." So then Luffy's mad, so then he starts stress eating, kind of, and Shanks then asks what he's eating, and then they see that he ate the Gumu Gumu fruit. Okay, so the Mountain Bandit kidnaps Luffy because they didn't get the rum, and then Shanks sacrifices his arm to save him. Shanks gives Luffy his hat and then leaves. That's Roman's Dawn is officially started now. Luffy's in a barrel, and then 2 pirates find it. I think it's rum. They open it and they get knocked out by Luffy, and Luffy doesn't even notice. Okay, Kobe. But he also runs into Kobe, who's a huge scaredy cat. And then Luffy destroys most her pirate crew, and then Alvida's. Then they all call him a monster, and then it's revealed that Alvida is the pirate captain. Okay, so then Alvida confronts Luffy. So Alvida versus Luffy, and Luffy ends up knocking Alvida out, with one punch. Okay, so Luffy wants to go look for crew, and then Kobe suggests that they go and get that there's a bounty hunter, Verona Zordo, held in pirate captivity. And it turns out that the people who have him in captivity is Captain Axon Morgan and his son. Hi, Emplio. I cannot pronounce it. Okay, so then he actually put him there because he goes and then bullies small-time shop owners, like little restaurants. And Zoro saw this and he challenged him, and then he said, if you can survive for, I think, 3 months, I really don't know, it's just off memory, then I'll stop. So Zoro accepts, and he's in captivity with no food. So then Zoro says that, okay, so the month's over, but then when the 3 months are over, when Zoro asks to get out, he says, no, you're gonna be stuck here for the rest of your life. Then Luffy and Kobe decide to go save him. So Kobe decides to distract his Captain Axe and Morgan's son, and Luffy goes and tries to go find Zoro's swords. Luffy finds 3 swords, but isn't sure which one's his, and then he gives them to Zoro, and then Zoro reveals that that all 3 of them are his, and then him and Axe and Morgan are about to fight, and then Zoro kills him. So Zoro thinks he's some kind of big time captain, and then Luffy reveals that this is his ship. And these are the Straw Hat Pirates so far. So now we're on the Captain Buggy arc. Orangetown arc. Okay, so Nami's getting chased by Buggy's crew, and then she notices then Luffy fights them, and Nami ties him up and brings him to Captain Buggy. And then there's 3 of Captain Buggy's men, and he shows each of them off. Okay, so then Zoro finds Luffy and then he decides to come free him. But then when Zoro tries to cut him down, it doesn't work because he has a double fruit, chop chop fruit, which makes him immune to bleeds. So then Luffy goes and then he finds the mayor and his dog, and because the Captain Buggy's holding this town captive. So then this guy, I forgot his name, and his lion, they come and attack Luffy, and Luffy throws him with his pinwheel attack. So then Zoro's still injured, but he still decides to fight this guy he has like a knife, but also has acrobatic skills. So him and Zoro are about to start fighting. But then Zoro barely wins the fight. Okay, so now Luffy engages in combat with Captain Buggy, but it quite doesn't work out because Captain Buggy because then Luffy realizes that he can win if because Captain Buggy like splits up every single time he tries to punch him. So Captain Buggy like splits and then he doesn't know where his parts are. And then Nami reveals that she has his parts and has them tied up. So then Luffy punches him, then they take the treasure that he had, and then these are three of the Straw Hat Pirates. So now we're on the part where Usopp joins. Okay, so when Luffy and his crew first arrive there, and they find Usopp and the Usopp pirate crew, who supposedly has 600 men, then Nami sees through it. Then he says, "Fine, you only have 6." And she sees through that again, and she says, "You guys are like 4 people." Usopp gets scared, and then he runs. And these are the Usopp pirate crew. So this is the butler for one of Usopp's friends. And then he actually turns out to be a bad guy. So Zoro and Zoro and then both of his I don't know what to call it, like pirate crew people where they're pretty high ranked. Both their bounties together are 7 million. So Zoro and both of them engage in combat, and Zoro barely walks out alive as usual. So now it's Luffy versus I forgot his name. The Clawdor? Yeah, okay. Let's go with that. Luffy wins barely as usual, and this is literally how he wins. And he launches him. Okay, so then Akiho, I think is her name, because they saved it, she gives them the Going Merry. And these are the Straw Hat Pirates. So now we're on the Baratie arc. Okay, so when they're sailing, they find 2 men, and they're actually friends with Zoro. They're all 3 of them are bounty hunters, or used to be Zoro. And then these both engage in combat with Luffy. And then when they're going, they find the Baratie. Then there's the Baratie, and then this is a Navy captain, I believe, and he's sitting there and he's eating, and then he puts a bug in their food, in his own food, and then he asks for a refund, and then Sanji takes it out and then tells him eat it, and he says no, he wants something new, and Sanji says we're not gonna waste your, and he doesn't comply, so he beats him up. Okay, so the ship also had a cannon. So then Luffy was trying it out, but the cannon hit the Baratie, and the owner of the Baratie asked Luffy to pay the repair back with 1 year of service. And this is when we're first introduced to Sanji and the chef. There's a man on board, and then he's starving, but he doesn't have the money for the food. Sanji gives him food. Then he says that he's part of Don Krieg's crew, and then will come back, and he expects them to have food for all of them. Don Krieg sees the Baratie, and then he says, I'm gonna bring my entire crew with me. So Zoro sees the best swordsman in the world, and of course Zoro's goal is to be the best swordsman. And it's Red Eyes Mihawk who's the best swordsman. So then they both start fighting, and Mihawk is like fighting him with a small knife. But then, no matter how many times Zoro gets cut down, he comes back up and he keeps on fighting. So then Mihawk takes out the best sword, like the best crafted sword. It's like, there's different levels of sword, and this is like the best. And then he slashes Zoro and says that you're an unworthy opponent. So then we're revealed to this guy, and he has armor, and if he like hits it, it makes like sound vibrations. So Sanji fights him, he knocks him out, and this is the really good fight. Okay, so then he's actually his first mate, and then him and Sanji start fighting. He eventually beats Sanji, but he can't kill him because he gave him food. Don Krieg's disappointed, and then him and Luffy start fighting, and then Luffy wins by hitting his armor off. Sanji thanks the Baratie and then joins the Straw Hat Pirates. But then they notice that Nami is missing, and now we're in the Arlong pirate arc. So one of the other two bounty hunters who they met says that he's heard of that Nami went to Arlong Park, and then it's revealed. Then he talks about the Shikubai, and these are not those weren't the current Shikubai. Buggy wasn't one at the time. He will be later, and then Yakam reveals that then Yakam said that he went there, and Arlong is not part of the Shikubai, but he's connected to one of them. And he bribes the Marines to let him not run into any problems. So then there's this over here is the tattoo of the Arlong pirates, and then Nami has it. So then Usopp meets Nami's sister, and then you meet this guy. I think his name is Grian or Greg or something. I don't know. And then he has a bunch of stitches because he fought against them, because he fought against the Marines and Arlong. So it's revealed that Nami's collecting money so then she can buy her city back from Arlong. You're introduced to an octopus man, and then he sells Nami to prove her loyalty by killing Usopp, but she stabs her own hand instead of killing Usopp, and then Usopp acts dead, and then he leaves. Then Johnny comes, and then they're all there. They're all staying at Nami's sister's house. Then there's a flashback of Arlong killing Nami and Nami's sister's mom. So then now we're in this fight. So it's Usopp versus him, and Usopp ends up winning by shooting a Tabasco star, like a Tabasco, like inside the slingshot into his mouth. And this is a shark fishman, and they're like fishmen, and they're like part human, part sea, like sea creature. And Sanji ends up winning by covering up his gills in water. So Zoro's still hasn't recovered, and he starts fighting with Hachi. He wins, obviously, and then now it's Luffy versus Arlong. Luffy ends up winning by destroying all of Nami's work and hitting him through his own park. And now we're in Low Town. Okay, so then it's revealed that Luffy has a bounty of 30 million belly because he took down all those guys. And then Zoro's in a sword shop and meets someone from the Marines, but they both don't know who each other is. And then Zoro wants to try, because Zoro's sword broke in this fight. Zoro wants to go check out the swords, so then he tries them out, and he gets one. And then we see Alvida, and she's teamed up with Buggy. This is Alvida. So Buggy and Alvida capture Luffy, and when they're about to kill him, he's smiling, and then they notice that that's the exact same thing, the way Goldie Roger died. And then we're meeting with Captain Smoker, and of course, Lieutenant Takashita. Okay, so then they meet Mojiro. Yeah, okay, I just remembered his name. Okay, so Nami and Usopp take care of him. Then she realizes Zoro's a Marine, so then they both fight, and Zoro goes. Now Luffy and Sanji fights Captain Smoker, but then Smoker has, so there's a material called Kurosuke, and it's sea stone, and Smoker has it, and he also has a devil fruit ability, which allows him to turn into smoke, and he ends up taking down Luffy because he's practically powerless without the Gomu Gomu. And this is when a mysterious person saves Luffy, and it's Draco, Luffy's dad. And then all of them put in their feet, and they all are now Straw Hat Pirates. And this is all 5 of them. Thanks for watching.